The ancient world had known kings, it had known empires, but it had never seen this. In less than 30 years, one people would conquer more land than any force before them, not through chaos alone, but through control. This is the moment war stopped being regional and became global. Before Persia power was fractured, Egypt ruled the Nile, Babylon dominated Mesopotamia, Lydia controlled Asia Minor, Assyria, once the terror of the ancient world, had collapsed under its own brutality. War was constant, but limited. Kings fought for cities, for rivers, for tribute. No one ruled everything. In the highlands of what we now call Iran, a peaceful people lived quietly, overshadowed by bigger kingdoms nearby. They were called the Persians. They were an ancient ethnic group from the region of Persia. At first they were vassals, then rebels, and soon they would become something the world had never seen. Cyrus II did not begin as an emperor, he began as a challenger. Around 550 BCE, Cyrus overthrew the Median king, not through slaughter, but alliance. Then he turned west, toward Lydia. Lydia was rich, protected by terrain, confident behind its walls. It fell anyway, but Cyrus did something no conqueror before him had done. He spared his enemies, he respected their gods, he absorbed rather than erased. Babylon fell next, not to fire, but strategy. The city gates were opened, the priests were left in power, and the people were fed. Cyrus understood something revolutionary. Fear wins battles. Stability wins empires. By the time of his death, Cyrus ruled from the Aegean Sea to Central Asia, not as a tyrant, but as a system builder. Persian war was not chaotic conquest, it was logistics. The empire was divided into satrapies, provinces ruled by governors, generals, and tax officials who checked each other's power. Roads connected the empire. Messengers crossed thousands of miles in days. Persian armies were vast but controlled. Infantry, cavalry, engineers, naval forces, and unlike earlier empires, Persia allowed conquered peoples to remain themselves. Languages survived, religions endured, cultures flourished. This wasn't just domination, it was administrative warfare, the weaponization of order. After Cyrus came Darius. If Cyrus built the empire, Darius fortified it. He standardized currency, reformed taxes, and expanded infrastructure. But he also pushed too far. Persia crossed into Europe. They met the Greek city-states, small, divided, stubborn. The Ionian revolt ignited rebellion. Persia crushed it. But Greece remembered. At Marathon, Persian forces were stunned. Not defeated, but warned. For the first time, Persian expansion met resistance that would echo for generations. The empire was vast, but vastness carries risk. Xerxes inherited the greatest empire on earth, and he sought to finish what his father started. Greece would kneel. The invasion force was immense, one of the largest assembled in ancient history. Thermopylae burned itself into legend. Salamis shattered Persian naval dominance. Plataea ended the dream of total conquest. Persia did not collapse, but it stopped expanding west. For the first time, the empire learned restraint and stagnation followed. For nearly 2 centuries, Persia endured. Revolts were crushed and borders were held. Kings ruled from palaces of gold, but internal decay spread. Succession, crises, court intrigue, over-reliance on mercenaries. The system that once empowered the empire became rigid. Then came a young king from Macedon. Alexander did not face a barbarian empire. He faced a tired one. By 330 BCE, the Achaemenid Empire, the first true world empire, was gone. Persia proved something no civilization had before. That war could build order. That conquest could preserve culture. That power could scale beyond ethnicity or faith. Every empire after Persia copied its playbook: Rome, the caliphates, modern states. This was the end of early ancient war. Not because war stopped, but because it evolved. Persia didn't just conquer the ancient world, it taught the world how to rule it. And next, war enters a new age, where empires clash not just with armies, but with ideology. Continue the journey in elemental history, the age of classical warfare. If you're following this war series from the beginning, this is the moment everything changes. Like the video, subscribe, and move forward, because history just crossed a threshold.